Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, with the rest of the evening. Sorry, I just wanted to get the intro in there and get a match title up for our recording. So take it away again, EJ.
All right, no worries. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the second map here. Round 2 action. It's going to take place on Kings Road. I'm going to be joined by Genome for this match. And Genome, thank you to you and Xenox there for filling in a massive amount of dead air between the 2 rounds for us.
Yep, well, the nail-biter from Curators, the Memeseum, and their opponents, Ebin, finished finally. But here we go, we're into second round. And we've got the Curators fresh off that defeat at the hands of Ebin, and they're going to be taking on 2 minutes 1 Noodle. Definitely one of the teams to look out for in this tournament.
Genome, run us through the 2 teams we've got lined up tonight.
Okay, so on 2 minutes 1 Noodle, we have Boone, Lush, Mist, Slidzors, Riab, and Huss. For the Curators of the Memeseum, we've got Jorf, Armor, Composed, Shrandy, Nump, and Tyrodon.
All right, some great players there that we saw. Well, we've seen quite a few of these guys during different bits of Gamestah action between Zowie and so forth. Now, we're going to get underway here on the good old Kings Row. The teams have got into the minute warm-up now. And we're going to get this underway. Genome, as you were saying before, it's this first point, also crucial. We see teams who get rolled early on this point here usually don't stop until they hit the inner workings of the main building. They can get through the street quite quickly if you can get going early. So the boys here are going to be looking from the 2 Noodle for a very, very strong opening hole.
Yeah, check this out. Lush playing the maze. So we're going to see some stall tactics coming out. Jorf, that pick on the Hanzo, I don't think that's going to be a troll. Shrandy on the Torbjorn might be. But yeah, as Josh Kent was pointing out before, the Hanzo is quite good on attack here. You get at least even initially, you can just chuck out a Sonic Arrow, see what the other team composition is. Sometimes it allows you to see that May just on the side there, and then you know you need to take the top route to try and avoid getting ice walled off.
Yeah. All right, round is underway, and the action has started here at the first choke point, which is the main gate leading into the courtyard in front of the capture point. And the boys from the Curators have taken the advice there. Oh, lovely shield by Thor, and they dropped down from the top. So they wound themselves up high. They've dropped out. They're coming in now. And the engagement's taking place both at the front of the hotel and here just at the side of the statue. And they've managed to stall it just for a minute. Boone's still on the point, trying to angle his shield away, Genome, so he doesn't get flanked. But they're coming out of the hotel.
Yeah, so they've completely bypassed the May wall here. Shrandy doing some great work distracting on the point. Mist taking out Tyrodon. Huss has gone down to Shrandy. And Arm is taking out Mist. Jorf doing great work on the Reaper there. They've almost cleared the defending team off the point here. Just Lush and Riab trying to hold on. Boone, we've got a May ult. They're freezing them off the point. They've forced them all the way off here. Jorf getting the nano boost. He's going to bring it out on the Reaper. But the defensive sound barrier is keeping them alive. Wow, this fight. EJ.
And we watched Anna get folded like bad origami there next to the good old taxi. And I thought they had it as the Graviton Surge goes down, sucks in Huss, but no one there to follow up on it. And this is actually reasonably good by the Curators. They look like they might have a chance here. No one's actually standing on the point. They all push forward towards the archway. They're back on the point now, and this is going to be a safe capture as the other team, the boys from, crikey, brain farted Stuart, EJ's favorite.
2 minutes, 1 Noodle.
Thank you. That's the ones I was looking for.
Yeah, so we just see the power of the May stall out there. They almost had it, that first point sold. May comes in, pushes them all off, delays just long enough for the rest to get them. And then Mist goes off with the Death Blossom there. 2 picks, gets another one on the Reaper. Shrandy's down as well. There's only 2 left for the attacking team, and they're going to have to reset if they want to get the payload through this arch here, AJ.
Yeah, they are. They kind of got a bit choked up there and caught up. There are a few routes out of here. They don't just have to come through the arch. They can go upstairs, or they can do as they're doing now. It appears they're going to flank right and come out. But Mister's waiting for him at the Reaper at the door there. Blasts into Anna and then just teleports himself out of there. They come streaming down those stairs. The Anna wall might actually do them a favor. Graviton surges down. Everyone's sucked in. Boone swinging the golden hammer of love. And it is actually Lush who picks up a triple. And Boone gets one as well. So nice play by Lush on the May there. Gets a triple. And they're holding this card just out the other side of the archway, which probably isn't too bad a spot you want to hold it in. Missed on the Reaper, has just teleported up onto the balcony. And going to try and get some early picks as they come through. Back to stock standard play now, though, Gino. We got a Reinhardt pushing the card.
Yeah, so 2-minute Noodles. 2-minute one Noodle try and come out with it around the side there. It doesn't quite work out. The Mail gets them. But Jorf with the Death Blossom Nano Boost doesn't get enough. Boone's been put down near the cart. They're finally clearing them out here, I think. The May has been dealt with, and they're finally getting some distance. They're going to be getting to the second corner of this Streets phase.
Yeah, they're just coming past the Fox and Bear pub now, and as long as they don't pop in for a drink, they might as well. They'll pop in for a drink as May's ultimate's gone down and everyone's dancing the Frosty Dance. And they survived that quite well. There was no follow-up, so May got the delay tactic down, which bought them about 10 seconds, but they didn't get much kills as a result of it. Unfortunately, didn't follow up the triple they got on the earlier one. Throden it now at the front, whipping out his hammer.
Yeah, so the second Blizzard there, not nearly enough follow-up to take them down. But Lush, he must be doing so much damage to get these Blizzards so quickly. And another good May wall, stopping Tyrant's charge there. A huge Earth Shatter from Boone. The Graviton Surge comes out as well, and the swinging hammer takes 2 of them down. They're getting pushed all the way back here. Boone trying to stay alive, but I don't think he can do it as a fully charged armor. No!
Yeah, Boone's in charge.
The heals! Great healing there from Anna to keep Boone alive. He was so low for so long.
Oh, Boone has gone big, and Boone is in charge here, ladies and gentlemen, swinging that Reinhardt. Now, with that May wall then, I know it blocked the charge. He also got nano boosted, though, and that blocked the effective use of the nano boost, so a bit of an even trade-off with that May wall at the start of that engagement.
Yeah, too right, and we got the Curators here on the attack. They're just moving up slowly. They want to make sure they take this engagement well, but a nice nano boost, and Miss just flanks them, gets the Death Blossom up, and then at the end gets slept by Reaper. He's just having a bit of a nap at the back here.
Well, it's one of the golden rules of FPS, Genome, and that is whenever you enter a room, enter a hallway, you always check your corners. You know, it's a fundamental of games like Counter-Strike and so forth, and they simply didn't do that then. They moved past. Mist was up on the little gangway just above it there and just got a drop down and popped his ult and cleaned up with the effective double kill he needed. Armor's coming through here, though, with the Zarya, causing all sorts of trouble, pushing on. Oh, and they got Mist at the back. That might be the break they needed. Boone's still trying to protect this point. They've got about 20 minutes to drive this card in now. Numk is there, and they're going to get it to the second point safely. So there we have it. They captured the second point. They now have 2 minutes on the clock with which to try and get this cart through the final base and to the final check-in point. 2 minutes is an eternity, though, Genome, when it comes to Overwatch.
Yeah, this last point, so easy to stall out on. You'll see them switch over to the Tracer and Deeper if it gets to it, I'm sure. But, oh my god, that's a big Graviton Surge. We've got 3 in there, but the sound barrier makes sure that they don't go down. Shrandy's Deadeye, not able to get anyone, and they're just pulling back behind Tyrant's shield here. Who's going to blink first? The 2 minutes one Noodle guys coming in. Huss on the Zarya doing great work, and they're pushing them back. They're holding the cart. They're not letting them get any more distance. Great ice wall there. Huss getting the nano boost. Can he get these last couple of guys? Can they shut them out here?
I don't know. 1 minute, 7 seconds left on the clock. And it is indeed 2 minutes, one Noodle with the dominant position at the moment. Mister's rejoining them after the respawn. Boone's shield's cracking. The Thyroid's coming down, going to take one of the side routes. Oh, Mister's gone high again. He loves it. He gets up high, he crouches down, and then he drops down. Oh, the ice wall almost blocked off the high noon. And it picked up Boone. He got 1 kill for his trump. And Earth Shatter comes through as well. Mist tried to get into the back line, as did Lush, just to cause a bit of grief back there. And one thing, if nothing else, is they pull the players away from the cart, which is good work. We got the respawn has occurred, though. 2 minutes, one Noodle pushing in to try and get it. The cart is rolling towards the point. They got a great chance here, the Curators, to get a cap. Oh, sound barrier is down. Both sound barriers are down. Nano boosts are up. Boone's caught on a Graviton Surge. Boone's getting barbecued by the armor gun at the moment. Manages to survive. Keeps the shield up. He's on bugger all health, though. He scratches himself. He'll die from the tetanus before he gets a healer in there to help him. The cart, though, Genome, with overtime, has stopped short.
So Curators almost made it to the end there, 62 meters after that second point, but can't quite get to the end. Lush had a great round on May there. He got so many massive blizzards. Unfortunately, a couple of them he popped. The team couldn't come in and clean up the rest of there was maybe 3-4 members at some time that got frozen and then just didn't get taken out.
Yeah.
Armor was a full charge Zarya, frozen. It's, a full charge Zarya is such a scary thing. Getting a free kill on that would be such a good use of the mail, but just couldn't finish it off.
Xenox, as we wait for the two teams, they've switched sides and get ready for the next play. Any highlights from that round for you?
Not a whole lot that stood out, although I think the very first push coming out from Curators, the way they got that first point took them very short amount of time, and they looked really good from there, but 2 minutes, 1 Noodle just had too much for them in the end, and as you could see, they didn't even complete all 3 points that we generally see on King's Row. So it's going to be a really tough ask to defend that, but they had a really good start, Curators. Unfortunately, just couldn't get it all the way.
Yeah, story of my life. Couldn't get it all the way. 4 minutes is going to be on the clock when we get this one underway, and we'll see whether Boone, Slides Door, Miss Lush, Hassan, Ravi can get in here and capture this first point. And we might just run through the makeup of the teams. We can particularly go with the defense. We might get some changes before we start offense, though. So, Genome, run us through the class out that we're seeing for the Curators.
Yep, so we're going for the pretty new sort of 3-2-1. That's 3 tanks, 2 supports, and 1 DPS on the defense here for Curators of the Memeseum. Composed on the Anna and Numpty is going for the Lucio, Armor on the Zarya, Joff on the Roadhog, Tyrodin on the Reinhardt, and Shrandy doing what he does best on that McCree. We saw him get some nice pick-offs last round.
All right, they're straight into it here. 2 minutes, 1 Noodle, wasting no time at all. Right into the archway. Shield popped by Boone, just causing a bit of grief. We've got the Roadhogs going to come through the hotel. That'll keep them thinking. Might stop that charge through. Lush got right round behind as the Tracer and has pulled the whole team Genome off the point. What a great
Lush is right in the middle of 5 of them, and they still can't get him. He's just such an amazing Tracer, and look how much space he's made for his team. Tyrodin almost getting taken down here. Boone getting 2 and Miss getting 1. Lush, wow. Tyrodin with the Earthshatter already, though. Getting lots of damage, but now he's the only one left. He's doing well while his Anna is still alive to heal him, but can't do much by himself there. So that looks like a quick first cap there for 2 minute 1 Noodle. Easy.
Yeah, very, very quick cap. All down to the work of that Tracer. They blinked into that black line, started attacking the support, and it drew them off the point beautifully, and they moved, never able to regather and regain composure. They're going to have to set up now outside the bookshop and try and stop this push down the main road. And we'll wait and see what happens. Boone has come forward just to cause a bit of trouble. Huss is with him there on the Zarya. And a fairly standard setup here just behind the bookshop in front of the pub. It's where we would expect to find Curators of the Museum hanging out at the pub. And again, Genome, there's Lush on the Tracer, has got behind him.
Yeah, well, Boone just completely wasted his Earthshatter there, getting shut out by Tyrodin's shield. Mist taking down Tyrodin now as Mist goes through with the Mano boosted Reaper roll. Wow. So if any of you have been watching the Overwatch Open, we saw a lot of that. The Beyblade strategy. So the Reaper just gets a nano boost, he gets the speed from the Lucio, and just absolutely cuts through the other team.
Yeah.
And Mist just cutting down the team like so much wheat there.
Alrighty, so as the wheat is fallen, so are the players here on King's Row. Mist is up above them again. He loves getting the high ground on this Reaper and causing damage. Zarya knows he's up there though, and it's Armor coming in to just push him off. They've almost got it to the point. Sound barriers going off. We've got Graviton Surges in there. 3 players were caught on the Graviton Surge, but no one, I don't think, got killed on that then, Genome. which is most unfortunate for the boys from the
Now,
Curators.
that is a good use of ultimates if I've ever seen it. Boone takes down 3 with his Earth Shatter while he knocks them to the ground. Lush comes in and pulse bombs 2 of them. Then Rehab with the sound barrier blocks the Graviton Surge from the Curators. Perfectly
Beautiful.
executed. Wow.
Yeah. Good timing. It just shows the teams to spend a lot of time in scrims, and they hear those triggers and they respond as teams. Push coming down and now into the final part of the S-bend into the capture point. And we've got a nice Earth Shatter onto the cart there by a powered up Titan. He's swinging hard trying to get a kill. And he picks one up as well. Fantastic. Lush gets a kill on the other side. And that's the best push or the best offense we've seen in a little while by the boys from the Curators.
But once again, Lush just making so much space. He can.
Yeah.
It's amazing how long he can survive as Tracer when he's in the middle of 5, even 6 of the opposition. It's just, I'm in love. I'm in love with the Tracer play, EJ.
Who doesn't love a bit of Tracer action? Coming down, though, the main road, probably Boone. By the way, Boone's swinging that hammer. I'm pretty sure he doesn't like the Tracer action. But it doesn't matter because we've got them going crazy. They pushed them right out of the base now. The boys from the Curators. So even though Lush is back here, going to try and ninja this card, he's got no chance. His teammates are well separated. I don't think they got many kills, though. They just brought time.
That was a really nice speed boost by Numkey. He speed boosted Jorf's whole hog up. But
here we go.
A Graviton Surge here coming out. The Ana, I'll make sure that a lot of them aren't going to get healed in there either. And they're getting, that's 2 picks. They're moving the card up, 3 picks. Now we're going to go into that stall phase. We've got 3 minutes 40 left. That's a long time for them to get this.
And they don't have to cap the whole thing. They're about to roll onto the point. I hope they realize
and that makes it even harder to stall.
There's the game.
Wow. So 2 minutes 1 Noodle. That last execution, as they got onto that 3rd point, I think that was really the defining point of the game.
Yeah.
We saw how well coordinated they were there. Everything just coming together. Good use. What did you think of that, Xenox?
Look, I mean, they had so much time left over as well. It was a bit of a stomp in the end, and a stomp that I didn't really see coming to that degree. Maybe 2 minutes Noodle I thought would win, but not that much.
As we look at this lovely play of the game there by Mist, chunking a couple in the Graviton Surge and then just rolling through the rest with his Death Blossom. He was doing a great job on Reaper. Though you've got to give it to Slids on the Ana as well. Obviously a big part of this strategy.
You've got to give Armour a point for voting for himself at the final selection thing. No one else votes, and then Armour, I'll vote for myself.
Yeah.
Well, his mum wasn't in the server to vote for him, so he had to vote for himself, you know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get the round 2 results entered in. And in fact, when I just bring up the table, we have a lot of results already in Genome.
Yeah, well, let's go take a look at them.
So Slushy Machine got a 1, although Slushy Machine beat the Wild Ones. Training Bots picked up a win, so they picked up a win tonight. Spicy Bots losing their 2nd. Squid Pro Quo took out the Gods, so the Gods struggling at the start of the tournament. And 2 minutes 1 Noodle picking up their 2nd win.
Yeah, look, not any particularly surprising results there so far. The other couple of games, I think, are going to be close ones, and well, they must be. They've gone this far.
Well, I was going to look at running with Scissors versus Ibden as a possible broadcast match, because I thought it shaped up as a quality game, and I'd say we're seeing that now. We'll get both of these teams, by the way, on the cast tonight, both running with Scissors and Ibden in the next couple of rounds. And I just think we're seeing some quality Overwatch. Division 2's rocking.
So Team Solo Ult must be doing okay against Avant-Garde then, at least. Let's just have a look at their roster. So they've got, there's a couple of good players on there. They've got Micro, Malachite, Chiavark. The other couple I haven't heard of before. They must have made a few new pickups, but those guys were hanging around definitely.
Some mates into playing.
Yeah, just roped a couple of their nearest and dearest, I'm sure. But I think they were around for the last season of Gamestah, so good to see them back here, and obviously doing okay against Avant-Garde.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder, that's the Zowie scoreboard we'll be looking at after this 2nd round in particular. We'll start getting the results populating in here for the Swiss format. It runs over 5 weeks. Division 2, at the end of the 5th week, we'll have our playoffs. And then we have $1,500 in cash set aside for the Division 2 finalists this season. If we bring other sponsors on board, we'll be sure to look after Division 2 and try and wrangle anything we can as well to boost that prize pool as the season goes on. And it's pretty huge, the free entry tournament for a $1,500 prize pool, Xenox.
Yeah, it's actually really massive. And it might be called Division 2, EJ, but it's still a really strong division, a lot of really top teams. And it is open league, so of course you can always come in next week and even the week after. But we got a lot of really good teams here, and that's the main thing. And it's good quality, and we're not just trying to fill in dead air or anything like that. These games are really, really good, and all the teams really in the top 10 or so are almost professional in some format, at least semi-professional, all 14 of them. So we've got a great division, $1,500 prize pool at the end. Can't wait to see how it all pans out and who gets that top spot.
All right, just letting everyone know on Twitch chat, we have hit the 100 viewers. So we'll get the Master Extraordinaire Bot Manager Crisis to activate the mug raffle. And don't forget, !MUG for your chance to win one of the now Australasian famous, world famous, I probably should say, Ronnie's Custom Mugs. All right, we're going to go to a break, ladies and gentlemen, while we wait for this last round to wrap up. We'll be right back after this short interlude of music, courtesy of Twitch Music. Enjoy.